Closest you've got all week.
Pisces, wild, passionate nature.
Yeah, I'm fantastic at avoiding certain subjects.
Hmm?
Our new Biggles up there, Gavin Mark II.
Oh, can't I have a cup of tea first?
Then what?
I'll have another cup.
It seems to me, Chris, that instead of losing Gavin and gaining our front bedroom, we are right back where we started from.
Only for the time being. You're making problems where they don't exist.
Adrian Lockett is a problem, and since last night he exists in my front bedroom.
Seemed a nice sort of lad.
Different than Gavin. He's a total stranger, Chris. We don't know anything about him. I mean, even Adrian Lockett might be an alibi.
Alias.
We don't know what he's done yet. I mean, if you were transferred to London, you wouldn't just move into a stranger's house, would you?
Well, maybe. If it had quadraphonic stereo, a thigh-deep pile carpet and a bed with an X certificate, I might possibly think about it, yeah.
Look, we do want our front bedroom back, don't we?
Yes.
Adrian will understand, won't he?
Of course he will.
Then you'll tell him when he comes down, won't you?
Look, Fliss, there are certain things that a woman can do better than a man. I mean, apart from boil eggs.
Is there something wrong with it?
The day Black and Decker met its match. Can't you sort of tell him?
The vicar said nothing about casting out lodgers.
Oh, all right. I do have certain principles, and one of them is never do today what you can put off till tomorrow, because the chances are it'll go away.
That's one of your certain principles.
Combines two of life's most precious qualities: total lack of willpower and sheer cowardice.
Hello, everybody. I'm down.
Hello, down. We're in here. Sorry.
Good morning, Mrs. Hawthorne.
Fliss.
Oh, Aid. How are you, Mr. Hawthorne?
Another day older and deeper in debt.
Did you sleep all right?
Oh, yeah, great. Gavin had himself quite an operation up there.
I reckon that's the sort of bedroom that Rockefeller would like, you know, if he'd had the money.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Are you married, or have you still got money?
No, I'm not married. Matter of fact, I'm not very good with girls.
Why? Why ever not?
It's got nothing to do with us.
Us wasn't asking, me was.
You know, if there's one thing a woman can't stand, it's a bachelor. Come to think of it, there's the one thing a married man can't stand is a bachelor. Blood and sand, I better get my skates on.
Do you want to lift to the office, Mr. Chris?
No, it's all right. I'm really into buses. And, anyway, I think Fliss might want to have a little chat with you.
Ah.
How about breakfast?
Oh, no, it's all right. I don't want to put you to any trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble.
Well, is it possible I could have a glass of water then, please?
Yeah? Do you want some coffee in it?
Oh, great. Wonderful.
It's only instant.
Fabulous. Tremendous.
I tried coffee beans once, but they kept sinking to the bottom of the cup.
Hi.
Nice here, innit?
Did you?
When?
Did you want to talk about something?
Oh! Oh, no, sorry, Adrian. I was over the hills and far away, you know. Hey. If you don't have much success with girls, you know, they must have changed since my day. And my day, I hasten to add, is still within living memory.
I don't think there are many like you around.
For 10 to 9 on a Monday morning, it beats Terry Wogan.
Chris did say you wanted to talk about something.
Who?
Your husband.
Oh. Oh! Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I think that was just something he said in passing, you know. It was just his little way of, dropping me right in it. Would you like some toast?
Fantastic.
Right, with your ham. Couple of eggs, grilled sausages, mushrooms.
Tomatoes?
Well, of course.
Fliss, that's my music you're playing.
Hi, Skippy.
Hi.
You are loitering with content in my deck chair.
Not really.
Ah, are we about to start avoiding the subject again?
We didn't have to break the bad news. We didn't have to evict a tenant. Me did.
How did he take it?
Well, I didn't actually, Oh, what's the phrase?
Tell him.
Something like that.
You didn't actually tell him.
Not in so many words.
Semaphore?
I was going to tell him, Chris, but he just sort of... Well, he sort of looked at me.
Don't tell me. Like a spaniel, big, brown, trusting eyes.
His eyes didn't make me think of spaniels, Chris. They made me think he ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Well, I suppose I better tell him. A week on Tuesday. Come in.
Hello, Adrian. You're back early.
Not by Gavin's standards. Anything after 4 o'clock in the afternoon came under unsociable hours.
I suppose you know Gavin a lot better than I do.
We know Gavin a lot better than he does.
I took the afternoon off.
Then again, you might know Gavin better than we do.
Well, the thing is, when I took over Gavin's job and he said I could take over his flat, he didn't actually tell me it was more of your front bedroom than his flat. I think that's a bit inconsiderate.
Oh, really? I can't say we've given it much thought, old son.
Oh.
Now you point it out, though, you are, of course, absolutely right.
I mean, you've been lumbered with a total stranger, haven't you?
Oh, yes.
I suppose people could end up murdered in their beds doing things like this.
Yeah. Oh, mind you, Adrian, I've not murdered any lodgers for absolute yonks.
Well, the thing is, I thought it would be better all round if I were to,
Sorry, did I just miss a bit?
Well, I've got this chance of a flat. Neat little bijou joint.
Oh.
I could move in there this evening.
Well, you don't have to move as soon as that. I mean, we weren't thinking of asking you to leave or anything.
Oh, well, great in that case.
I'll help you pack.
Oh, well, it's all right, Chris. I've only got a small case, a toothbrush.
Ah.
I mean, if you'd rather...
Strike while the flat's hot. Eh?
Yeah.
Well, what did I tell you? Told you I'd tell him, didn't I?
Chris?
Bain't here, me dear. He's working nights.
Can't sleep.
You're probably just excited about getting the front bedroom back. You'll nod off.
I don't think I will, Chris.
For crying out loud, Fliss, why not?
I'm too comfortable. You can't sleep either, can you?
I reckon it was about even Stephen before the disco started. And the conversation.
Hey, do you remember what you said when you first saw Gavin's bedroom?
Blood and sand?
You said we could come here for our holidays. It's not far from the truth, you know.
What time is it, lover?
Oh, 2 o'clock-ish.
Oh, God. I haven't got one single Z in yet.
I know what I feel like.
It's 2 o'clock, Fliss.
A trespasser.
Oh.
I feel like a trespasser.
Well, it is our front bedroom. And anyway, there's not a notice saying you get prosecuted if you walk on the bed, is there?
Oh, it's no use. I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee.
Maybe if you press one of those buttons back there, you'd get room service.
Hey, I won't need a pass out, will I, to get back in again? no, not Coburg Gardens.
Thought I might join you.
Oh, cups are over there. Fire a flare if you get lost.
Hey, what are these green things called again?
Adrian's left me some money to buy myself a present with.
Well, he didn't give me anything.
Now, what do you get the man who's got me? Adrian suggests that I buy some exotic underwear for myself. Do you think a food mixer's close enough?
Well, it might bulge a bit underneath your dress.
Hey? He says I'd look good in one of those French maid outfits, you know, those black corset things.
For a guy who's not good with girls, he is not bad with wives.
Ah, Coburg Gardens, 4A37. 37. Another half day.
In lieu of that thing I covered at the Free Trade Hall last week.
Whenever you get a half day out of the blue, you always get bored.
The secret of keeping boredom at bay is 1, keep an active mind, and 2, sleep a lot.
Yeah, well, he didn't get much last night.
Neither of us.
Well, it's different for the weaker sex.
Now you come to mention it, I do feel a bit flaked. I'll probably come round when I start doing the odd thing round the house.
The odd thing like,
Banging and screwing. I'm going to put a shelf up for you in the kitchen.
do you know what I thought he said?
I'm going to put a shelf up for you in the kitchen.
You know, that's the second time I thought he said it. It'll never work, Chris. You need something along the top to stop things falling through.
Or what is known in the trade as a chunk of wood.
Oh.
Yeah, I can do things around the house. I'm always pointing out things that need fixing.
Yeah, it's a great working relationship. You point them out and I fix them. That's why I read Practical Householder and you read Woman.
I'll do it. I'm a husband.
It's not a profession.
You really do think I'm useless, don't you?
Ah, but very lovable. Now, look, Chris, if I'd married a dress designer, I'd want him to make dresses for me. If I married a plumber, I'd want absolutely devastating drains. But I married a newspaper reporter.
Do you want the lunchtime edition?
That's the man I married.
Well, the good old, lovable, useless man you married is going to construct his wife a labour-saving shelf using half-inch ply, not 4-ply like the fella in the shop tried to fob me off with. You know, he even tried to get me to buy ordinary screws instead of decent brass-ended jobs.
How do you know all that?
For 2 years, I was apprenticed to a pipe rack. By the 3rd form, I was well into advanced cruet holders. Hey, what are those things you drill holes with called?
Brace and bit.
When I've put the shelf up.
I usually borrow next doors.
Ah, right. No time like the present. You'll be surprised the things I can do for you.
Not with a brace and bit.
I heard that.
It's not your hearing that's in question.
Oh, Struth, I knew I'd forgotten something. I need some glue. It's like a sounding device, that, and you can feel it homing in on us.
You...
Hello, Mum.
Hello, Felicity. Oh, I didn't know Christopher was off work. Again.
I think I'll just let that one pass by.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mrs. W, just nipping out for a quick brace and bit.
Drinking at lunchtime can become a very serious habit.
Oh, I know my limit. I never have more than one. Brace and bit.
I wasn't expecting to see you today, Mum. I thought it was your day for going next door but one to Mrs. Bradley with the bad legs.
Oh, I went round, love. I've never seen varicose veins get such a grip.
Oh, not very pleasant, are they?
I looked at her left leg for an hour before it dawned on me what it reminded me of. It's a road map of Italy. You can actually pick out the road from Salerno to Rome.
I'm afraid my jogger's not that good.
Oh, during the war we had maps in the newspapers every day. I mean, things like that are engraved on one's memory, love.
And Mrs. Bradley's left leg.
Thinking about the war, Felicity, always upsets me.
For goodness sake, Mother, it was a long time ago. It must be getting on for 40 years.
That's the bit that upsets me. Oh, and then I think how little is new, how little is true, and how little matters.
Uh-oh. It's not I'm going to end it all week.
Every morning, Felicity, I get up, I have my breakfast, I leave the house, and a few hours later I go back again.
Well, you don't have to come and see us every day, you know, Mum. I'm quite sure Chris would understand.
Broadly speaking, Felicity, love, what would you say was the difference between me and a homing pigeon?
Well, when you flap your arms, you don't take off. Oh, and nobody puts swoop out for you in the winter.
If only I lived nearer to you, then my whole reason for living, I mean, you, the twins, even Christopher would be all that much
nearer.
How's your new lodger?
He's found a flat.
Oh.
Mum, I need a chaperone.
Oh, Felicity, don't take on more commitments than you can afford.
No, I mean to come into Manchester with me.
Well, who's going to collect the twins from school?
Oh, I'll ask Mrs. Cresswell to do it when she goes to get Lisa.
Well, I hope her house is fully insured.
I don't think you can insure against acts of war.
Oh. I'm always ready for a trip to the city centre, love.
Yeah, well, it's not actually the centre. It's more like handy for the centre. Only full of character.
Are you sure his flat's round here?
Yes, Mother.
He's picked a funny sort of district.
Well, Adrian doesn't know this part of the world.
Well, I'm not all that familiar myself. What's the name of that road again?
Coburg Gardens.
Excuse me, love. I wonder if you could tell us where Coburg...
Gardens.
Get lost.
We are lost. Why do you think we're asking?
You two from that massage parlour?
Well, does it matter where we're from?
No, we're not.
Are you sure you don't know Coburg Gardens?
No.
Well, what's the name of that road? That one cutting across there?
Oh, come on, Gilda. It's time you took your mouth for a walk. I've got a living to make.
Well, you're not going to make much of a living standing around on the pavement.
Is she for real?
Yeah, well, I'm afraid she had a very religious upbringing.
Oh, I had a feeling she might be a king.
Come on, Mum, we better let this lady get to work.
Hey, Gilda, tell you something for nothing. You wouldn't get me dressed up as a bloody nun.
That must be her boss.
Probably.
Hey, 2nd Street on the right, then 1st left.
Oh, Fliss, come on in. You found the place all right, then?
Oh, were you expecting me?
No, no. What on earth brings you to Shea Lockett?
Concern, I think. Oh, sorry, Adrian. This is my mother, Mum. This is Adrian.
Mrs. Wagstaff.
Very pleased to, You remind me of someone.
It's probably an ex-nun called Gilda.
That's it. Gilda. Directed by Charles Vidor, 1946. Starring Glenn Ford and, Rita Hayworth.
I don't think you look a bit like Glenn Ford. Adrian, are you sure you're going to be comfortable here?
Oh, I think so. Once I've fixed the place up a bit.
Most of this district is, scheduled for redevelopment.
What you mean, love, is it's a slum. Half the houses are due to be knocked down. And the rest are due to fall down. What's that funny smell?
Oh, it wafts in from the flat opposite. They burn joss sticks. They're followers of the Maharishi.
Well, he's in for a shock when they catch up with him. They're not emptying dustbins this time of the day, are they?
Sounds like a steel band.
Yeah, they live in the flat underneath.
You've got smells coming from that side, drums down below. Is there anything due in from up there?
Have you unpacked your case yet?
Well, no, not properly.
Right, we'll get your toothbrush. You're not stopping here another night. You're coming straight back with us.
Are you sure that's a good idea, Fliss?
I don't think it's a good idea at all.
I'm not leaving here without you. And if you refuse to come, I'll thump you.
There you are. Oh, ye of little faith.
One shelf, erected in a lightning 4 hours and 12 minutes with no hod carrier.
Why is it listing?
I didn't even know it could talk.
It's harder at one end than it is at the other.
Oh, well, you're a titcher. You get optical illusions down there.
Oh.
It's unseasoned timber. It has to dry out. I've had to allow for the contracting.
It's a ski jump for blue bottles.
Hey, can I hear noises in Gavin's room?
It's Adrian in Adrian's room. I brought him back with me.
Back from where?
Do you remember that article you wrote once called, Call Girl Racket Flourishes in Soho of the North?
Yeah?
He was living right in the middle of Soho.
Ah. Some observers of the passing scene reckon that living there is better than living with an infomaniac who runs a pub.
My mother was round earlier on talking about moving into Adrian's bedroom.
Thank goodness you saved that child from a life of sin.
2 weeks' rent money in advance.
Ooh, what is it about the smell of new-mown money?
Sexy, isn't it?
Yes, well, I think I better nip upstairs and see if he's settled in.
Hello?
You all right, Adrian?
Fine, thanks, Chris. Come on in.
Oh. So,
Drinks are behind you if you don't mind helping yourself. Not much there, I'm afraid. Just a couple of bottles of Scotch gin. Must get stocked up tomorrow.
Adrian, I thought you were, well, you did say you weren't very good with girls, didn't you?
Wouldn't lie to you, Chris.
You've certainly got a lot of sisters.
Well, it's true, I'm not very good with girls. The fact is, old buddy, I am fantastic.